Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do something fun. We're going to play with water. But before we get started, you need to remember that you need to put a towel down. So I have an old towel, or you can find some cardboard or some newspaper, just something that's not going to get water everywhere. So I've put that down on my table to make sure that my table stays dry. You might even like to do it outside in the sun, depending on how the weather is. I have gone around and collected around my house my measuring cups that I have. I have some other different types of measuring cups. I've got some clear glasses so that you can see through, because if I get something with a colour you won't be able to see inside. So I've got some glasses, but we have to be careful if you are using glasses and not plastic, because they will break. I've got some bowls. I've got lots of different types of glasses. I've also got some food colouring, if you have food colouring at your house, but you don't have to use food colouring. I've got a bowl of water, but I've put warm water in it so that I don't get too cold. I've also got some measuring spoons, and I've got a teaspoon. So today we're going to explore and play with some water, because a lot of us like to do water play. So I've got my big 1 cup. Can you see my 1 cup? This is 1 cup. Which one do you think comes next? Which one is the biggest out of these? I think it might be this one, the 1/2 cup. Can you see that? 1/2 cup. So I've got my 1 cup here. I've got my 1/2 cup. I've got my 1/3 of a cup. You can see little numbers if you have ones like mine. You can see the little numbers on it. So it says 1/3 of a cup, and then 1/4 of a cup. So we're going to have a look and see which one would hold the most amount of water. Which one do you think will hold the most amount of water? Do you think this one? Or do you think the whole 1 cup? This is a 1/4. So 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4 would make 1 whole cup. But you can use your bowl of warm water, and you can get 1 cup if you like. 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to pour it into a glass. Can you see how much water's in there? That is 1/4 of a cup. But now, that's why I have my towel, so I don't get anything wet on the table. I've got my 1 whole cup. So I'm going to fill that up, and I'm going to pour it into this glass. And I'm going to see which one holds more. Can you see that? Which one has more water in it? I think it might be this one. Why do you think this one holds more water? Do you think because this is 1 cup and is bigger than the 1/4 cup? Yeah. So you can do some experiments and see which one holds more water. You can see on my little measuring cup, little glass, it's got some numbers there. So it's got 5 milliliters. Can you see the number 5 there? And then it's got a 10, and it's got 15, 20, 25, and 30. So I might pour these actually back in. I've got my 2 glasses here. I'll put it here so you can see. So I'm gonna get 5 mils. So I'm only gonna fill it up to the line here that says 5. I'm not going to keep filling it all the way up, because I only want to get 5 mils. So I filled it up to the line, and then I'm going to pour it in here. And then I'm going to fill it up to 30 mils. I'm going to fill it up to the line. If you need to, you can pour a little bit out slowly. I've got 30 mils. So then I'm going to pour it into this glass, and I'm going to see if 5 mils or 30 mils holds more. What you might like to do is you might like to put some colour in there to see. But remember when we were talking, you don't need much colour, okay? So try not to put too much colour because you'll stain some of the plastic or some of the other things that you're using or your hands a lot. So I might put, you might like to have 2 different bowls of water. So I've got some warm water here. I might pour some into my black bowl. Actually, sorry, I'm going to pour it into this one so that you can see. I'm going to pour some in here. There we go. So that you can see. I'm going to put 1 little drop of blue, just 1 in here. And now I'm going to stir it slowly. I'm not going to stir it really fast so the water splashes everywhere. You can see I made blue water. I'm going to put the lid back on that one. And then I might make some red over here. So I'm not going to pour lots in there. I'm just going to do 1 drop. 1 drop, you can see it in there. You can see a little bit of red, can't you? Okay, I'm going to bring it back a little bit more so you can see. I'm going to get my spoon and I'm going to stir it. It's a light red, almost like a pink, because I didn't put too much food dye. If I put too much in, it's going to stain your hands a lot. Then you might like to stir, you might like to do all the colours in here, but you would need 1, 2, 3, 4 bowls of water. If you have food dye just like mine, you can have a look at the back. I'll show you. You can have a look at the back here because it shows you if you want to make orange, you can do 1 drop of red and 2 drops of yellow, and that would make an orange. If you wanted to make purple, you could do 3, see the 3 there? 3 drops of red and 1 drop of blue. So you can use these 4 primary colors in here to make a new color, if you like. Okay, so now you might be able to see more. So if I've got my 1/4 cup, I'm going to pour it back into this glass. You can see the colour in there, can't you? Looks a little bit like a medicine. Then I'm going to pour 1/3. This one will be interesting into this glass, but I'm going to use my blue. 1/3. I wonder which one has more water. You might have to have a look and see which one has more water in it. So it looks like this is 1/3 of a cup. You can see a 1 and a 3 on there. And then you can see a 1 and a 4. If you put 3 of these into 1 cup, you would fill up that whole cup. This one. If you put 4 of the 1/4 cups, 1, 2, 3, 4, you would fill up the whole cup. So if this one only needs to put 3 in here to fill up, and this one needs 4, which one do you think would be easier and quicker to use? I think the 1/3 of a cup, because you only need 1, 2, 3. You don't need to put 4 in, do you? Only 3. So 1/3 over here, the blue one, is more than 1/4 of a cup. So you can do some little experiments and see what you might find out. I'm going to pour this red/pink in there and blue. I'm going to get some more water and I'm going to make a new colour here. So you can see that's my new warm water. I'm going to make a purple. So like I said, I'm going to put 3 drops of red and 1 drop of blue in here and see what happens. So how many drops of red? the box says 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. That's it. Put the lid back on that one. And then I'm going to put 1 drop of blue and let's see what happens. Wonder if it will be purple like this one. Ooh, now, oh, I should put the lid back on that one first so it doesn't spill everywhere. I'm going to stir. It did make a purple, can you see? It looks like a dark purple, but if you look here, it's actually a light purple. I can pour some in a glass to show you. It's a light purple. We made our own purple by mixing 3 drops of red and 1 drop of blue. So you can make some different colours and then you can have more of a look of different things you can find around your house. So I also found some measuring spoons. Can you see my measuring spoons? So I've got 1 whole tablespoon. So I might put 1 tablespoon back into my glass. Actually, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. 1 and 2. Now you can see my purple, can't you? 2 tablespoons of water. And then I'm going to put 1/2 of a tablespoon in here. So 1/2 of 1. Which one has more water in it? It might be a little bit hard for you to see there, but this one has more water because it's got 2 tablespoons of water. 1 and 2 tablespoons of water. And I only put 1/2. So this 1/2 is only 1/2 of 1 tablespoon. So I will need to put 2 halves to make a 1 whole. So this one has more, but you can have a look what you can find around your house and you can do some little water experiments. The other fun thing to do is you can mix these 3 colours together if you like, red, blue and purple. I can put 1 more drop of red if you like. So that way it's a little bit more red than pink for some of you. I'm going to stir that in. There we go. Now, the other fun thing you can do is you can mix some dishwashing liquid, or some people call it washing soap for washing your dishes. So you can pour, you can pour a little bit into your water, just a little bit. So I'm going to pour some in here. And it looks green, mine. I'm going to stir it and you can make your own bubbles. Can you see my bubbles in there? You can see the bubbles coming. If you want, I'm going to add a little bit more, not too much. I'm going to keep stirring and stirring and making some more bubbles. You can have a play with that. If you have a really big tub at your house, you can pull your sleeves up like I have and you can play with the water. So you can just use the small measuring cups and you can have a play and have a feel of the different water. Have a feel of the water without the soap in it and see how that feels. You can add some different things that you can find around your house. If you don't even have dishwashing liquid left, you can use hand soap that you have in your house. You can use lots of different things to have some fun with water. If you have animals in your house, you can put some animals or some wooden toys, not soft toys that will get all wet, but the wooden toys, and you can play with them in here. If you have some cars or trucks or diggers and you have a bigger bowl or a big container, you can put them in there and have a play with the water. You can also just put your hands in and have a feel. If you have some shells that you've collected, you can put the shells in the water. You can put lots of things and have lots of fun. I hope you enjoy, have lots of fun, and let me know if you like the water play. Have a great day. Don't forget that you can do it out in the sun as well if you like. Bye everybody.